Hi everybody and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. Here I am sharing with you a layout I created using the October Ink Kit and some ephemeras from the Truly Grateful collection by Paige Evans. I started by applying some modelling paste to my background through a stencil I made with my cutting machine, and I dry it off as I go along with my heat gun. I cut off the strip at the bottom of my page, and then I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of pink to my page because of the colours of papers I had chosen for my layout. So I used the packaging technique, and then I went into the pot directly with my brush and I did a few more spots of paint as well as some flickers just to bring a bit of pink all across my background. I dabbed the excess off with just a bit of tissue paper. I also wanted to bring back the white, so I did a few flickers of white mist, which is quite opaque, which is lovely. I then decided to cut off a bit of paper to mount my photo onto my background. I wanted to have a bit of a peekaboo of pattern paper from the collection, and I decided to use the one from the Truly Grateful collection as well as one from the Indian Summer collection, which is absolutely gorgeous. I used the Indian Summer, the other side of it, for some cutting shape, and I wanted to use the leftover or the outcut from that. As I saw the leaves that were cut out of it was quite original, and it just allowed me to waste less paper. I then went on to selecting all my embellishments. I went following the colour scheme, really of blue, pink and orange. But also I wanted to go following my theme, because all my photo was about how my little baby girl cuddles with me when I wear my lovely fluffy jumper, which I've loved for years. So that's why I pulled out the jumpers from the collection. The collection was absolutely perfect for this layout because it has lovely cute jumpers, and it also has some sentence about it. Here I looked at some of the acetate leaves, but I decided that they were too bold for this layout because I want it to remain soft, so I discarded them for this layout. Now I'm playing around with where I was going to place all my embellishment. I was happy with where my paper was, so I finally sealed it in place, put my photo down with sticky foam pads, and now I'm selecting some of the flowers that come from the Truly Grateful collection by Paige Evans in the ephemera pack. And I think this ephemera pack was present also in your August hip kit. I just love the colours, and I love how one kit just works so well with from one month to the next. It still has a continuity in the colour scheme. It just all work. It's not, you don't go from one completely different story to another. It's absolutely perfect for that. Now I'm gluing down the leaves, but I'm just using a tiny bit of glossy accent on the edge that is still keep a little bit of volume and a little bit loose at the top, so it's not fully flat to my at my page. I decided to create several clusters. I put one on a corner of my photo and one then at the end of my strip of paper, adding some chipboards there, and I'm adding a little foam pad underneath the chipboard to keep that volume. I used the sweater word from the puffy wording in the package, and then I was going with the thickers, the puffy thickers golden one, and I played around with the location of my letters. I added the rest of the title with my own layer stamps, which I've had for years. I keep being asked where I get them from, and I'm not being funny with you guys, but I've had them for 10 years and I've not seen them ever again anywhere. If you do see them, please tell me, because I would like to have a safety pack somewhere with me in case mine were to die, because I just use them on every single one of my layouts. Here I distress a little bit of the edge of my wording, and I add a few more leaves around my page just to balance my layout. I thought that it was a little bit too sharp underneath that strip of paper, so I decided to add a little bit of colour. I also realised that the pink I chose at the start was a bit too bright and too bold for how my layout turned out in the end. So I decided to weaken it, I would say, with a little bit of water, a little bit of another pink, which is less bright, but I also added a few more hearty modelling paste where the pink was at the strongest, just to turn it down a little bit. I apologise for my head being in the way there. I was just drawing the lines for my journaling, and then I just go over it by hand without a ruler to add a few extra lines. It gives it a little bit more of a doodling kind of effect. And then now I'm stamping my journaling one at a time. It takes quite a bit of time, especially when here you can see I'm stamping with just one hand because I had Sophia on my knee. I still need to do what mums need to do, to be honest. And now I'm back with two hands. As you can see, my video cut a few times because I just can't do my layout in just one go. I need to start and stop, as I usually scrapbook when my little one's having a nap. So this is why I just always go back to my layout. It takes me about 3 goes usually to complete a layout from start to finish. So here I am, one word at a time, just one letter at a time, stamping my journaling. And then I'm adding a few stickers, little heart stickers, and a little few sequins in gold, because I thought it would repeat my wording that my from the American craft thickers, and just complete the page properly. I also wanted to add a little bit of a peekaboo at the corner. I thought it missed something right up there to balance my layout, and it's a technique I've actually been reminded of through the Hip Kit group and one of the Hip Kit designers. I apologise if I can't remember exactly who mentioned it, but yeah, I've learned that on the Hip Kit group. I did a little bit of a fussy cut flowers in the corner just to balance, still within the same pale pink colours from the rest of my layout. And added my date at the bottom. Also, one other good tips I've got for when you finish your layout, I always take a photo of my finished layout, and then you might see that I added an extra layer of flower at the bottom of my page to balance it out. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed this layout. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't hesitate to ask me any question. Bye.